Hey. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Ron, aka Ron the Artist, coming to you live. And welcome to Ron's Recap. I'm here today to recap and review the TV show Grownish, Season 4. Nobody can let go. Oh, so let's get into the episode. Let's get into it, guys. Okay. So the episode started off with Zoe getting a visit from her twin siblings, Diane and Jack. Finally, another crossover. Again, as I told you guys in a previous vlog, I'm like always happy to see when the Blackish family comes over to the Grownish family and then the Grownish family comes over to Blackish. Even though Zoe, who's the Grownish main character, she's a part of the Blackish family. You guys get what I'm saying. I love seeing the crossover. I think this is the first time that Jack and Diane have been over to Grownish, though. I'm happy to see it. It needed that little oomph in, the episode. It made it better, and it was time we got to, see that. It was time we got to see them over there, because Diane is always going to get Zoe right. Always going to let Zoe know the real, and she's going to get it right. So, let's get into it, the actual episode details. Outside of that detail, Zuka. Zoe and Luca, for those who may not know. They're having major awkwardness, as usual, but this is another type of awkwardness that's not new to us, but it hasn't been seen to us in a while. They both are avoiding conversation regarding their kiss. Also, neither Diane or Jack knew that Aaron and Luca aren't a thing anymore. So that's slightly added to another layer of awkwardness to it, since they both liked, Aaron and Zoe together, minus Diane wanting him for herself. But I guess it was a shocker that, one, they weren't together. Two, the fact that she went back to Luca or had a thing with Luca. Crazy. Okay, that was crazy. So Luca, to Luca, he's filling in his sister Keela and Doug on the Zuka kiss. And it's apparent that Keela does not like Zoe at all. For good reason, though. She feels like, Zoe is playing with her brother. She causes too much trouble and drama within, Luca's life. And it's somewhat true because she does all this back and forth between Aaron and Luca, causing this friction and the commotion. But at the same time, Zoe doesn't really do it intentionally. Like, if you ask me, Zoe is a little naive and easy to just mislead. Like, definitely. She needs to work on that. But, yeah, so back to them. Back to Luca filling in Keela and Doug. In the midst of that conversation, I'm not sure how Keela found out that Doug missed her event to console Jazz, his ex. But that was definitely an issue. He kind of dismissed it when Keela brought the heat to him, like, oh, that friend that you hung out with, you didn't tell me that was your ex. And he dismissed it, of course. Awkwardness. And I'm just like, Doug needs to get over his BS. Like, dude, you sabotage the relationship between you and Jazz, pretty much. Causing her to spin out of whack. And look at the trail she's on now due to the start of him, like, doing her the way he did her. And then now look how you're doing Keela. The difference is Keela is younger and Keela is probably a little bit more smarter, and she got it. She's not going to let you play her and, manipulate her and push her into a corner, like with games, mind games and XYZ, like a little bit when it comes to, I guess, exclusiveness, but she's smart enough and grown enough to to pull herself out of it. So kudos to Keela for that. But I'm like, again, to sound off on that, at this moment, Doug just needs to get over his BS and take that relationship with Keela seriously before he loses her entirely. Like, nobody has time to really wait on someone to figure out what they want to do, to figure out how they want to do XYZ and who they want to be with. Like, again, that's what we're dealing with freaking Luca, Zoe, and Aaron right now. Like, nobody has time for that. Like, that really is hurtful, and it causes a lot of pain and trauma. Like, a lot of pain, trauma, distrust, and a lot of just damage along the way. And that's not fair at all to the people that are in the situation. It's not fair. It's not fair. So on to the next, Zoe. Zoe, her friends were calling her up regarding her true feelings regarded by Luca. Well, her true feelings regarding Luca, which Diane, started that conversation. And it appears that she's accepted them. She's accepted her friends' concerns and their opinions regarding her situation with Luca, and she's come to terms with she does probably have feelings for Luca. He's probably a soulmate for her. They have the love for fashion in common. They obviously have a love for each other that they cannot deny and that they cannot really get away from. And it just keeps finding them back to each other. And yeah, like, there's a situation between them. And I think Zoe needs to come to grips of what it is and stick to it, honestly. So that was that. I think at that moment they both came to realization the importance that they are in each other's life. Luca was also venting to Keela about it, and Zoe was venting to her friends about it along with her sister. And yeah, like, they're both important in each other's life for the same reason. They both like being around each other. They both love their friendship. They both share the same love for fashion. They're both talented and creative. They both push each other and they vibe off of each other well. And why just keep delaying the inevitable? Complicatedness, of course. And, they also, got the line together. They got that line together recently, the internship. And Luca got the good news about him, Tyler, the creator, accepting their line and wanted to collab with him on it. So kudos to that. Kudos to that. Kudos to that. Kudos to that. And to poor Keela. Keela. Poor Keela. Overhearing Doug's convo regarding Jazz, realizing that he still wants Jazz when she has feelings for him, and he low-key has feelings for her. High-key, low-key, whatever. Doug has feelings for Keela, even though he has a love for Jazz. That's probably not going to go anywhere, but he's shortchanging himself with Keela big time. And honestly, that was heartbreaking to Keela watching that from a distance. She already heard about the madness where he pretty much kind of lied to her about him dipping out on her event to go, console Jazz through her situation, which there was nothing wrong with had he actually been upfront about it. So, Doug, I'm going to need you to get it together, bro. Because, again, there's another triangle that could potentially hurt somebody. Like, it's not fair. So, in the midst of all of that happening, Jack, the twin of Diane and Zoe's little brother, he was completely blowing off Aaron, and disappointed with Aaron for breaking it off with Zoe. After Vivek told him about the breakup with Aaron and Zoe and let it be known that Aaron was the one to break up with Zoe, he practically wanted nothing to do with him after, I guess, they built some type of bond or some type of relationship or whatever, So Aaron was determined to fix it, and he did fix it. He let it be known that even though he loves Zoe, it's just not meant for them to be together at that moment. It's just best for them best for them to work on themselves. And Diane and Zoe overheard that from afar, warming Zoe's heart all over again. And I'm like, girl, you just had this moment with Luca, going over to his spot, and he told you about not only the good news about Tyler the Creator, wanting to collab with them on their line. You made up this madness about a creative soulmate when it's much deeper than that. Luca was excited to hear all of that, and then you ruined it with the creative soulmate, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So she's back in a whirlwind with Aaron and Luca again. And again, this naiveness and BS, like, why does she do this to herself? Like, I'm mad at her and Doug, like, for real, but we're about to let's go to the next thing, because it's making me mad with them. Yeah, again, like I said, the creative soulmates. On the contrary to her feeling some type of way after hearing Aaron's comments to Jack, she told Luca that they're creative soulmates, when in actuality she knows it's not true. Luca and Zoe clearly want each other, work super well with each other, but won't face the honest truth when it comes to each other. It's complicated. As much as I do not, and honestly I do not care, as much as I do not care for the two of them together, they deserve each other. Honestly, I like the pair of Aaron and Zoe better, but it is clear after tonight's episode that Luca and Zoe probably are soulmates, more so than Aaron and Zoe. They might be both twin flames from her, or at least Zoe and Aaron might be more so twin flames, when Luca and Zoe are actually soulmates, if that makes sense. Two different situations. Twin flames and soulmates are two different situations. Similar, but different. And it's just real complicated, because again, now she started the cycle back and forth, and when she can end it, and she should end it, and end it for all. Like, stop playing with people. Stop playing with people's heart. Because it's only going to get messy, and it's only going to potentially cause another problem between Aaron and Luca, and we don't want that again. Aaron is trying to get back on his feet, figure out, himself. He just quit grad school with, the university, and he's figuring out his purpose. Let that man be, and just go explore life with Luca. That's it. That's all. On to Doug. The episode wrapping up with Doug being confronted by Keela one last time regarding his feelings with Jazz that he attempted to brush under the rug, but couldn't, as she called him out on it. Also, giving him a nice gift on the way out. Underwear. Big underwear at that. And that was crazy. He's like, yo, this ain't mine. Gave him a kiss, all of that. And again, like I said, he needs to stop playing as well. This episode was a lot of back and forth between triangles. And it's not fair. And there's two people at the top of the triangle that could end it all just by being honest with themselves and their true feelings toward the other two people in the triangle. But they don't want to due to commitment or fear of what's on the other side. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all, because it's troubling. Like I said, I don't really care for Luca and Zoe together, because I know that Luca has hurt Zoe in the past. One thing Aaron has not done is hurt Zoe. Yeah, they have went through issues. To be honest, Zoe has probably hurt Aaron more than he's hurt her. He's never really hurt her like Luca has. Luca really kind of cheated and kind of played mind games with her. And crazy. So again, I like Aaron better for her, but I do think Luca is meant to be with Zoe. And as far as Doug, I feel like Jazz and Doug were a thing. I like them together, but it's clear as night and day that him and Keela probably should be together. Leave Jazz alone. Y'all tried it, it didn't work out, you destroyed it. Like, leave her alone and let the girl be. Let the girl be. Let her be. Go explore things with Keela. If she's even willing to or going to allow it at this point. Because she's tired of the mind games, I'm sure, at this point. Tired of it, and probably is either going to continue playing mind games with him, or she's no longer just going to participate at all. And can't blame her for that. Got to set boundaries up for your own self. And I'm just like, at the end, the last thing that I wrote is, why must these kids keep lying and denying their true feelings toward one another? Like, why? Petty. Petty, petty, petty. And I wish them well. I wish them well. I wish them well. All of them. I wish them well, and I hope they find peace within their triangle. So that's all I got for you guys this week, guys. Thanks for watching the recap review with me. If you're watching this right now on Instagram, we are live. If you're watching this right now on YouTube, this is not live, it's pre-recorded. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment, or share on this video. Please, please, please. Let's talk about the episode. What did you think about the episode? What did you think about this recap review? How did I do? Let's talk about the episode. Same applies to Instagram. If you're watching this on Instagram, comment, like, share. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. So until next week, guys. It's great. It's great. This thing is great. You know, back and forth, talking and recap. Next week it is, guys. Peace.